I'm going to grab your attention for just a few moments. When we were planning this event, we thought right after lunch we were going to have a mass exodus because it's such a heavy day and so much information was imparted. I can see why so many of you stayed. We have had the opportunity to have such wonderful panelists, speakers, and just the camaraderie of folks within the room. In particular, I want to really thank our expert panelists, keynote speakers, of course, including Dr. Dawn Lewis, our Bronx Borough President, Vanessa Gibson, and of course, Bronx DA, Darcel Clark. Yeah, give it up. I would be remiss if I didn't thank all of our staff members who've done a terrific job, particularly our external affairs team. I do want to make a special thank you to our government affairs team, Lauren Schuster and Wilfredo Lopez. Many of you know Will. They're welcoming a new child, so Will couldn't be here today, and we're so excited that he has a new member of his family. You know, part of our work, sometimes when you gather so many people, you may say, what are we going to do with this, right? We had so many expert panelists. We talk to each other. We have a lot of people in the room. I can say to you at Urban Resource Institute, when we gather people, we are actually going to do something with the work. I want to invite you into, when I attended conferences, people coming together with shared experiences who want to do something, that it's so inspiring. I remember you heard Jennifer White-Reed she talked about PALS. And when I was at the conference a few years ago, back in 2012, I was so inspired by Ali Phillip, who was an advocate, or is an advocate, an attorney, and she talked about PALS in a way that was so compelling, not just from the literature and the data, but what she was doing about it. And her voice, you know, in stature, she presents as a smaller person, but so mighty. I was so impressed with what she had to say that I came back to New York City, and the personal influence that I have really worked to influence so many individuals to reduce barriers for victims of domestic violence who have pets. And now look at what the work has moved to. So many people are engaged in this work. You heard Jennifer talk about, even with Danielle, when we turn it on to someone else in the team, how much further it goes. So I'm inviting you into this space and the story because I want to leave this conversation to say how powerful we are, right, as individuals, even more powerful when we come together with intention, what we can do to end domestic and gender-based violence as well as homelessness. We've talked a lot. We've gathered so much information as we talk about this blueprint for change. We're going to gather these thoughts. We're going to create a report and recommendations. We're going to talk to some of you offline, and we're going to operationalize that so we can achieve the change that so many of us talked about today. I got to ask you to raise your hands and tell me who's in this with me. All right, Lauren Schuster and all the people taking pictures know that we're in it together. More seriously, we are so grateful to all of you. It's so impressive to see so many people in this room together. I can tell you sometimes it's so hard to get into one's attention from city to state, to some of our electeds, to some of our colleagues across the city and the state. To be here together to talk about this very important issue is just tremendous. So we're committed to following up. We're committed to working together to continue to move to change to end domestic and gender-based violence. How was your day today? All right. Thank you. Thank you. Everyone be safe. Thank you so much, and we'll be in touch.